Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel. In today's tutorial video, I will be showing you how I made this simple stylish jumpsuit with asymmetric neckline and stylish cold shouldered effect with design and pockets by the sides, as you can see on the video. So if this is what you will be interested to watch, please hit on the notification and subscribe button to subscribe for more videos like this. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by. So right now I will go ahead to draft the upper bodice on the pattern paper, as you can see on the video. If you watch closely, you will see that I added extra papers at the sleeve side, so my measurement will be able to contain on the pattern paper. Okay, please, you can go ahead to merge two pattern papers together. So the neckline I'll be using is 4 inches, as you can see, and then I'll get my shoulder length. I'm supposed to use a shoulder length of 7, but because this is together sleeve, I will add 1, which is 8. Then I'll get my neckline of 3.5 inches in length, that is in depth. Okay, and this is for the front and back. Okay, and then the next thing I will do, because it is together sleeve, I will go ahead and mark the length of 17. That is what I'll be using, plus 1 inch, 18, and then I will connect it all the way to the neckline, as you can see, after coming down by 1 inch shoulder slant. So right now I'll go ahead to also curve out my neckline. Remember, I said this is for both the front and back. Now I will go ahead to mark my horizontals, 10 inches for my bust point, and then 18 inches for my full length, that is the half length. So I'll also do the same on the other side. I am using 18 inches because this is a jumpsuit. My normal half length is 17 inches, but because it is a jumpsuit, I added 1 extra inch. Okay, so I'll go ahead to mark with straight rule. Then for my sleeve, remember I said this is together sleeve, so I'll connect it all the way down. So right now I'll take my circumferences, which is my bust divided by 4, and then I am adding 2 extra inches. This is not going to be exactly fitted, so I am adding 2 extra inches on my bust point and on my half length. Then I'll use my straight rule to connect it, as you can see, and then also connect it all the way to my armhole. This is the way I gave my curve, as you can see on the video. So for the armhole of my sleeve, I actually used 9 inches altogether. So guys, I'll go ahead to cut it all out, as you can see on the video. Okay, please do well to merge 2 pattern papers together, so you'll be able to do this effortlessly and so easy. So this is my pattern paper. After cutting it out, I'll open it up like this. You see the way it is looking on the center front of my paper. I'll make sure to come down by 1 inch, as you can see on the video. I'll make sure to come down by 1 inch, just the way you're seeing. And then on this shoulder, this place, you can see I will make sure to go in towards this armhole by 3.5 inch, and then I'll connect it. This is going to be at my left hand side, so this asymmetric neckline is going to be on my left hand side. So when cutting out this asymmetric neckline, make sure to position your dress in such a way that it will appear on the left or on the right. Right now I will measure this place that is left to know the length of the band that is left there, which is 4 inches. So remember, we measured 4 inches, and this is going to be all out. So the band that will be crossing across the asymmetric neckline, it is going to be 4 inches. Okay, so right now this is the final look after cutting out my asymmetric effect, as you can see on the video. So guys, The next thing we are going to do right now is that I will go ahead to draft out the pattern for my pants. Sorry, this pattern is just going to be only the front piece, and I will use it to cut out the front and then alter it for cutting out the back. So I am marking out my horizontals, which is my starting line to my hip, which is 8, and then my crotch depth, which is 12 inches. It is supposed to be 11 inches, but I will be using 12 because this is a jumpsuit. And for you to get your crotch depth, just divide your hip by 4, then plus 1.5 inches. Okay, so I'll connect them together, dividing my hip by 4 plus extra 1 inches, and then I connected it all together, as you can see, with a straight line. Then for my waistband, I divided by 4, then plus 1 inch. For the crotch depth, just divide your hip into 4, divide it by 4 again, and then curve it all the way to the hip line. Then for the I'll go ahead to measure the measurement on the crotch line, that is the crotch depth, get the center, and then transfer it all the way to the end of the pants, which is a short pant. Okay, then the next thing I'll go ahead to do is to curve it and then cut it all out with my scissors, as you can see. So guys, this is the way I have gone ahead to cut out my dresses on the pattern. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut it. Right now I am cutting out the facing for the front, and remember, this facing is going to be facing out, which is going to rest on the right side of my main material because it is having a black color altogether to give it this beautiful effect. Okay, so guys, the length of this facing is going to be 2 inches plus extra ½ inch, which is 2.5 for the folding allowance. Okay, see, I am cutting it out already, as you can see on the video. So after doing that, please make sure you place each piece of your fabric, that is, cut out the facing for the front separate, then cut out the facing for the back, because the position and the design for each of the pieces are basically different, as you can see on the video. So right now I'm marking out the length of my facing for the front, and after doing that, I will go ahead to cut it out and then head over to cutting out the facings for the back pieces on the video. So guys, at this point I am done marking out all the facings for my pieces for the front, the back, as you can see. So for now I'm going to pin up this for the back, so I will secure it firmly, and then I will head over to the pants piece. The next thing I will do right now is to start attaching the pockets for my front piece. This is the length of the folded fabric that I cut. This is 10 inches by 6.5 inches on fold for my pocket piece. It is very easy to fix my pocket. If you want to have or see a detailed tutorial on how I fix pockets on my pants, please do well to check my channels for videos concerning that. Okay, then I'll go ahead to join my crotch lines on for the back pant piece. Okay, and then this is for the pockets. Let me give you a run through of how I'm going to fix this. I placed it one of the pockets on the one side of my pants, and then I am joining it down by 1 inch in and then 5.5 inch length, as you can see on the video, and then cut it out. So the next thing I did was to flip it open and then fold it in. But before then, I'll use my scissors to notch the pant area. Okay, after notching it, I'll fold the pocket in just the way it is going to look while putting it on your body, and then use a stitch to secure it so it does not come out. The next thing I will do is to go ahead to close up the pockets, as you can see on the video. By the time you turn your pants inside out, this is how it's going to be looking inside. So this is the pocket area. I'll close it up by 1/2 inch. So after doing that, guys, the next thing I am going to do right now is to head over to hemming my pants. Okay, please, if you need a detailed tutorial on how to fix pockets on your pants, do well to search on my channel. You are going to see a perfect and detailed step-by-step tutorial on how to fix pockets to pants. It is very easy, it is very simple, and the pockets I fix are ready-made standard. Okay, so right now I'll go ahead to stitch my facing for my pieces. Okay, this is the front piece. I'll stitch it on 1/2 inch, as you can see on the video. This facing is on the wrong side of my fabric, as you can see. After stitching on 1/2 inch on the wrong side, I'll go ahead to notch the neckline and then turn it all out to the right side of my front piece, as you can see on the video. Please do well to take this gently so you will not make mistake. Remember, I added 1/2 inch on the facing, so the 1/2 inch is going to be for my folding or hemming allowance, and that is what I will go ahead to do. I will fold the 1/2 inch in and then stitch it on my sewing machine, as you can see on the video. So guys, I am done making the facings for the pieces. The next thing I'll do is to go ahead to join my pants at the crotch areas, both for the front and back. And then for the band, this I will be measuring 2.5 inches for the band piece of the sleeve. This is just to give it a very beautiful concept to align with the asymmetric neckline. You know, the facing for the neckline is black, so for the hemming of the sleeve I will also use black to bring out the concept of this dress. Okay, so I'll go ahead to stitch it down on the sleeve, starting from the wrong side of the sleeve. Then after stitching it down of 1/2 inch, I'll go ahead to trim it off, as you can see, and then flip it on the right side of my sleeve and fold it by 1/2 inch. Okay, so guys, this is exactly what I am doing. It is very simple, very easy to do. Place it on the wrong side first and then go ahead to flip it and place it on the right side. Okay, So guys, you can see I'm done stitching down the sleeve area. The next thing I'm going to do is to hold the pieces, front and back piece together, and start stitching it down by 1 inch at the sides. Okay, so right now go ahead to start with my pins to secure them firmly. I'll pin them down on each side to hold them firmly, and then at the hem of my jumpsuit, I'll go ahead to mark 2 inches for my folding allowance. Okay, so before stitching it down, I will first of all hem the down part of my jumpsuit by 2 inches, and then go ahead to run a stitch all the way from the armhole down to the full length of my dress. Okay, so guys, at this point, if you look closely, you see that I've hemmed the mouth of my dress. So I'll go ahead to close up my stitch. As you can see, that is at the pants area. Just close it up. Okay, I finally stitched it by half inch. So the next thing I will do is to insert my zipper. The full length of the zipper I used in stitching is actually 22 inches. So guys, this is the look of this dress. Then for us to insert the band that is going to be at the asymmetrical side of this dress, I'll go ahead to cut out 3 inches in width of this band. Okay, and then I'm going to cut out 12 inches in length, but in the course of this video we are still going to alter it. Okay, so from the center of my neckline, I will mark 3.5 inch. At this point is where I am going to insert my band. This is how I'm going to place it, as you can see. Then I will mark 8 inches. Remember, we measured 4 inches while we were on our pattern paper. Then plus this area, 1.5 inches. For both the front and back, it's going to be 3 inches. Therefore, 8 inches plus 3 inches, but I'm going to make it 8 inches plus 2, which is 10 inches, as you can see on the video. Then at the back, I will place it and use my pin to secure it. Okay, so guys, you see how I am going to place the band at the neck area, holding it first with my pin, and then go over to the machine and stitch.